Hello, hello, hello. I'm so excited to be here with you. Hello, Instagram. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Naturals. How are you today? We have a very special English lesson for you. This is a special edition where we are going to break down the vocabulary, the phrases, the phrasal verbs, the idioms that you need to be able to discuss a special current event that has been changing our world, the coronavirus. So this is known officially as COVID-19. Many people call it the coronavirus, so that's what I'll call it, or I might just say the virus. It's a horrible situation, and my heart has been breaking hearing about everyone in the world who is suffering from this situation. And my wish is that we would all stay healthy and happy, and that all of your loved ones will be safe and healthy as well. But this is going to be specifically an English lesson so that we can connect, those of us who are learning English, who are speaking English, who are teaching English, so that we can connect as a Go Natural English community to support each other through this difficult time, to share some positive feelings with each other, some good English communication, and to use this time really to do what we can to improve our lives and to connect with each other. So hello everyone, welcome to our special live lesson where we are going to, I hope you can see this, break down and hopefully not have a breakdown, but we will break down. Instagram, can you see this? We will break down. This is our first kind of confusing English word and phrasal verb that I'm going to teach you. Break down on the bottom as two words here. Break down. To break down is to make information clearer, to make something complicated into something understandable. So when I started this lesson, I said I'm going to break down some helpful vocabulary and phrases and idioms for you to understand. So I hope that your English teacher always breaks down complicated ideas into more understandable ones. Now, the first word, breakdown. Breakdown. Do you see it? Instagram and YouTube. Breakdown. A breakdown is not a phrasal verb, it's a noun, and it means when you have, well, I'll tell you where I saw it. I saw it in the news yesterday. I was reading a headline, and the headline said that a reporter had a breakdown. They broke down. Now, this doesn't mean that they were explaining information. This means that emotionally, they collapsed. Emotionally, they lost their cool, which is another idiom actually. They cried on the camera. They lost their composure and they had a breakdown. So notice that these are pronounced differently too. I would like everyone who's here, and I see you all in the comments. I see Laura, Eileen, Sunita, Anton, Reem here on YouTube. I see Ben Malik and Card 013 and Kalte Hunes. I see you guys. You're here. I want you, if you're watching this, even if I didn't say your name, to repeat after me. So the phrasal verb, the bottom here, the two words, is to break down. I want you to say it after me. To break down. One more time. To break down. And the first one here is a breakdown. A breakdown. Do you hear the difference? There's a different stress. A breakdown. A breakdown. Okay, very good. So in this live lesson, we're going to do a few things here. I'm going to be answering your number one question these days, your number one question, which has been about how to talk about this current event, this global pandemic called the coronavirus. Maybe you've been watching the news, maybe you've been reading headlines in English, and you'd like to know how to use the words that you're hearing or how to understand the words that you're hearing to discuss this in English, our global language to connect with people from all over the world to talk about these things. It's really important to be able to share information with each other now more than ever, because we have global news. A lot of it is in English, the BBC, the NPR, the CNN channels. These are ways that we can share information if you're living in North America or anywhere in the world. And of course, we can use English to connect and share the situation where we are, no matter where we are in the world. Okay, and then we're going to talk about vocabulary, pronunciation, idioms, and then have a quiz. Does that sound good? I see some thumbs up in the comments, so if that sounds good, I see Sid K on Instagram waving hello. If this sounds good, then give me a thumbs up. If you're going to stick around until the end for the quiz, for a little challenge, let me know. It's sunny here. I'm getting a lot of sunlight on my face here. Maybe I'll get a tan. Okay, so I would like to ask you a question next before we dive into the vocabulary and the phrasal verbs that will be helpful for you. I would like to know, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? And are you staying home? So I'm aware that some countries, such as China, Italy, Spain, and now the United States, unfortunately, we are having a lot of cases of coronavirus and we need to stay home. I think all over the world, people are staying home. However, there may be countries, maybe where you live, where people are not staying home. Maybe you're not having a problem with this virus. I don't know. I would like to know, where are you and how is the situation? If you can comment, let's fill each other in, which is a bonus phrasal verb that I'm sharing with you just naturally because it came up in our conversation just now. To fill each other in is to share information. To fill me in. To fill you in. It's F-I-L-L, to fill me in. Wonderful. So I'm watching your comments. They're coming in really quickly, both on Instagram and on YouTube. Let me have a sip of my coffee. Wonderful. I see Egypt in the house, Tunisia, Belgium, Russia, Brazil. I see Ukraine. Amazing. Colombia. Okay, let's see. Who is representing on Instagram? What countries are we representing on YouTube? Turkey. LA. I'm assuming the city of LA in the United States. Awesome. Okay, I see so many countries here. I know Go Natural English viewers are coming from all different countries, so hopefully we have every country represented here, but I see many, many. Wow, Cuba and Kurdistan. You guys are amazing. You make me so happy when you tell me where you are and what's happening for you right now. It's so important for us to connect. I see many of you are staying home. I see Marissa is asking, how long does it take? If you want to know how long we're going to be together on this lesson, it's going to be pretty quick, maybe about 20, 25 minutes. All right. So I want to talk about this word, outbreak, an outbreak. What we're experiencing now is a horrible viral outbreak. This is also the title of a movie. Outbreak was a movie made in 1995, and I watched this on Netflix a couple of nights ago, and it's really interesting what happens in the movie because you can see some of these things happening in real life. So I recommend, if you have nothing to do and you'd like a recommendation of a movie in English to watch, if you have access to Netflix, I can't give you my Netflix password, I'm sorry, but if you have access to watch this, I highly recommend it. Who knows, maybe you can find it on the internet somewhere. Now, outbreak, I want you guys to actually repeat these words with me. So, outbreak, I'm going to go really quickly here so that we can fit in 10 vocabulary words and phrases. Outbreak is not the same as to break out. To break out is a phrasal verb that looks similar, but it's different. So outbreak, first of all, is when we have a pandemic, like many people get sick, outbreak. But to break out has many different meanings. You can break out with a virus. You can break out with a rash or a skin condition. You can break out of jail. You can break out of any kind of enclosed area. I can break out of my home if I was locked in my home. Of course, now I don't want to do that. Now I want to stay at home, at least until things get better. To break out can also be used in a situation where maybe someone is trying to become famous and they want to break out. Maybe, for example, I remember a singer I used to listen to when I was in Brazil. She was very famous in Brazil, but she wanted to break out into the international arena, onto the international stage. Okay, so you can break out in many different ways. Actually, to break out has another definition that I used a lot when I was a teenager. I had breakouts. I would break out with acne on my skin. How about you? I bet a lot of us have had that issue. Luckily, now that I'm older, I don't break out as much. Yay! A good thing about getting old. Okay, next, moving on. Lockdown, shutdown, and lock down and shut down. Okay, a lockdown is what a lot of us are experiencing right now, which is like a quarantine. Many of you might have heard the word quarantine, which actually is very interesting. It comes from the French for 40 days. If you know French, does anyone here speak French? Quarante is 40, so quarantine comes from that. But anyway, it's similar to a lockdown where you need to stay at home. People don't leave unless it's for something very essential or an emergency, like going to the doctor, the grocery store, or the pharmacy. Okay. Nushar is asking, what's the difference between outbreak and lockdown? They're very different. Outbreak is when a virus infects many people. The lockdown might be the result where people need to stay at home. Shutdown is different. The government shut down bars and restaurants and many non-essential businesses here in the United States. And I believe also in Italy, Spain, China, and perhaps other countries. How about in your country? Have businesses been shut down because of the lockdown? Okay, to lock down as a phrasal verb is, I'm smiling because I see people saying, yeah, speaking French, yeah. I love it also when I can recognize words in English that come from other languages. Okay, lockdown, to lock down means to put something under lock and key. So I might lock down something like my passport. I might lock it down in a safe. But actually, to lock down, I would use it more naturally in a conversation where I'm saying, let's lock down a date for us to meet or for our meeting. Let's make this date certain. So to lock down something is to make it certain. It's quite different. I hope this is not getting confusing, but I want to explain how interesting English is, because a lockdown where you need to stay at home, like a quarantine, is quite different than to lockdown. I see some questions about how you can learn more with Go Natural English. Some people are asking because they say, oh, I like your teaching style. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I do want to mention, if you're new here, my name is Gabby. I am a teacher, an English teacher at Go Natural English. I started Go Natural English in 2011, many years ago, and you can visit gonaturalenglish.com to see more of my lessons. And at the end of this lesson, I'm going to be announcing the winners of the Go Natural English ebook raffle. So if you're here because you joined the raffle for your chance to win at gonaturalenglish.com/win, W-I-N. You can still join if you want to join last minute to have a chance to win the English Fluency Formula audio ebook. I will be announcing the winners at the end of this lesson, okay? Again, the page to visit to enter the raffle is gonaturalenglish.com/win, W-I-N. All right. To shut down, just to complete this page, to shut down. Sorry, I'm trying to show Instagram and YouTube at the same time here. To shut down is actually quite similar to shut down. To shut down, I might say, I need to shut down my computer. It's time to go to bed. So I'm closing my computer. I'm shutting it down. So you might shut down also someone's idea. If someone has an idea that you don't like, you might shut it down by saying, no, I'm sorry, that's not a good idea. I need to shut down that idea. So you can shut down something physical like your store or your computer. Unfortunately, a lot of restaurants are shutting down because they don't have the money to survive this economic recession as a result of the virus. Okay, moving on, because I think I'm talking too much about these. I need to hurry up here. I want to talk about the word short. We have short by itself, as you probably know, means of short stature, not tall, but short. However, we can use it with many other words like short supply. Many things are in short supply these days. Tell me what is in short supply in your city where you live. Here in the United States, toilet paper is in very short supply because some people bought a lot of toilet paper and therefore there is no toilet paper in any store that anyone can find. So everyone is flipping out, meaning upset or anxious about where they will find their toilet paper. So short supply means you don't have enough. Is there something that is in short supply where you live? Of course, on a more serious note, we have face masks are in short supply. Short notice means that you don't give advance warning. Now, if you're on the Go Natural English email list, you did receive notice. I let my email newsletter students know on Friday that I would be live today on Monday. But if you're not on the email list, it might have been short notice if you just received some social media notification to know that I would be live today. Okay, if you want to join the Go Natural English email list, you can find that at gonaturalenglish.com. I'm trying to think of the best link for you to join it. If you go to, actually the best way for you to join the email list today is to go to gonaturalenglish.com/win, W-I-N, and that's how you can enter your name and your email address for the ebook raffle, and then we can stay in touch with English lesson updates as well. Short selling. What is short selling? It actually is related to the stock market, which is also related to the coronavirus because we have, of course, a huge dip or decline or decrease in the economy because of the virus. So short selling is when someone buys a stock and then resells it immediately, hoping to make a profit. Next, we have short out. To short out is a phrasal verb which is related to electricity. Do we have any electricians here? To short out means when you have too much voltage and your electricity shuts off. So it's related to a short circuit, a short circuit. All right. Next, I want to talk more about the stock market. Stock is another word that we use in a lot of different ways. The stock market, as I just mentioned, is our, how can I explain the stock market, guys? It's an index of how businesses are doing. It's where you can invest in corporations, small and large, that are publicly traded. I don't know why, but I keep thinking of the word in Portuguese, Bolsa de Valores. Are there any Brazilians here? Okay. Emerson, I see you. I know you're from Brazil. Anyone else? Okay, we have stockpile, which is a compound noun. I'm sorry, it's very sunny. I hope you can see the word there. A stockpile, or to stockpile, 2 words as a phrasal verb, is when you buy a lot of items, for example, toilet paper and face masks, and you have a lot of these items maybe in your home, just your supply for yourself to use. So many people have stockpiled supplies. Chicken stock. If you like to cook, you might have heard of chicken stock. This is broth or soup made from chicken. To stock up means to buy items like things that you might need while you're staying at home this month. I stocked up on coffee because, as you know, probably, I like to drink coffee every day. Not too much though, just 1 or 2 cups. All right, we have a few more idioms I'd like to share with you. Please repeat after me. In dire straits. In dire straits. Oh my gosh, what does this mean? If you just look at this idiom, you don't know what it means because there's no hints. But what it means is a very difficult situation. If we are in dire straits, it means that we're suffering. We have nowhere to go. We have no solution. We're in a very difficult situation. And by the way, there was a band in the 80s called The Dire Straits. So you can check them out for some more music in English. In dire straits. Okay, moving right along. Dodge a bullet. To dodge a bullet. I think that by staying home, you are dodging a bullet. This idiom might be more... Oh, I see someone saying I can't see the words clearly. Okay, let's go back. In dire straits. Sorry, Instagram. There we go. In dire straits. And to dodge a bullet. To dodge a bullet. This one might be easier to understand because if you can imagine a bullet coming at you and you dodge it, you get out of the way, it means you avoid some bad situation. So if you stay home right now, I think you can dodge a bullet. You can stay healthy and safe. Next, a vicious cycle. Please repeat. A vicious cycle. A vicious cycle. A vicious cycle is what happens when some people are infected with a virus and then they infect other people and then they infect other people. And it is a cycle, a circle, if you will, that continues. It's vicious, which means very bad and dangerous. All right, this is a longer phrase. We have a few more. We've got our work cut out for us. Or you've got your work cut out for us. Or they've got their work cut out for them. Okay? We've got our work cut out for us. It means when you have a difficult job, you've got your work cut out for you. You've got a lot of work to do. I think that the governments all over the world have their work cut out for them. It's a very difficult situation to deal with. And I do not envy any government leaders right now because this is a very difficult situation. They are between a rock and a hard place. They are between a rock and a hard place. Meaning you're between two very difficult things, a pandemic and a crashing economy. That was a bonus phrase for you if you didn't notice. To be between a rock and a hard place. Last resort. Last resort, people. A last resort in this situation would be to have to stay at home for many months. I don't think any government wants to keep people at home, locked down for many months in quarantine, but this would be a last resort. So repeat after me, last resort. All right. I hope that we all weather the storm. To weather the storm. To weather the storm is a really interesting idiom. Weather the storm. Come on, let's get that TH pronunciation together. Weather the storm. Weather the storm. We can weather the storm together. That means that we can get through this difficult situation together and come out on the other side successfully. All right, I'm going to give you a quick quiz. We are running out of time. If you are interested in learning more with Go Natural English, this is where you can find out more about the ebook. I'm going to announce the winners of our ebook raffle in just a minute, but this is where you can find it at gonaturalenglish.com/ebook. In the ebook, you also get the audio, so you can listen, you can practice your English, you can improve your listening skills. You'll understand from the ebook how to learn English in the Go Natural English way. You'll learn what to focus on to become fluent faster and much more. Ooh, Jonathan Torres just asked, hi, could you explain the expression flatten the curve? You read my mind, Jonathan, because I almost included this in my lesson here, but I didn't because I thought, oh, that's too much. But to flatten the curve, this is a great question, so I'm going to answer it. To flatten the curve means to reduce the growth. So if you imagine a line of infections growing, we want to flatten this curve. We want it to stop growing. We don't want this. We don't want it to grow. We want it to flatten, to stop growing. So we want to flatten the curve of this virus. All right, I also promised, and I don't want you to think that I'm a liar, so I promised that I would announce the winners of our ebook raffle. So I'm going to quickly read the winners' names, and if you do hear your name, you will be receiving an email with instructions of how to access the English Fluency Formula ebook as a raffle winner. If you do not hear your name, then I highly recommend that you find out more about the audio ebook and you can purchase it for yourself anyway, even if you are not a raffle winner. Okay, here we go. Ahmed Said, Mario Costa, Victoria. Some people didn't include last names, that's okay. Ashwag, Akbar Ali, Tazeen, Akash Kore, Abdallah, Abdenasser Haruni, Abdul Kader, Abdul Laiv Erkin, Abdallah Fahim Khan, Abdul Salam, Kamis Al Musa, Adama Diallo, Adel, Andres Espinosa Sanfiel, and Afshar. Oh, 1 minute. Okay, Othman, Larissa Rivera, Furkat Sultanov, Giovanni, Michael, Hussein Shiri, Nicolas Higa, Mario Costa, David Ruiz, Okba Fathi, Murat Petin, Guja Ayman, Dugu Metin Petin. And let me pause for a second and let you know that we will be having a quiz after I announce the winners. So hang in there and let me know if you have questions as well. Claudio Mendez, Carolina Silva Carol, Khaled, Kamar Zaman, Riyad Kermiche, Dawood Afghan, Igor, Amu, Erhman, Aminul Islam, Ana Maria Vasconcelos, Rishi Verma, and I'm just reading names here as you entered them in the raffle. So I hope that you win, everyone. But I will tell you, we had thousands of people enter our raffle, and we are just able to give away 100 copies, which is quite a lot, actually. So I wish everyone well. Let me continue reading here. I believe I said Rishi Verma last. Alicia Lalotra, Thais Hortensio, Sarah, Priyanka Lalotra, Ali Irfan Ilbas, Nyonyo, Segir Hussein, Tesfatsion Adis, Vivek Shanmugam, Sir Lady Mello, Lorena Quezada, Hender, Human, Benjamin Oliveira, Fazil Gultekin. And again, this is random. This is a raffle, so these names were selected with a random raffle selector. So I don't know these people, but I wish everyone well in your English learning. Rasim Toprak Tepe, Silvia Bandera, Carmen Maria Mendoza, Mario Dore, Paolo Vinicius, Amalulia Yusrina, Abdullahiv Erkin, Maimun Mohammed, Tiago Felix, Chris, Ansar Wildson, Zamirialai Hemat, Ziomara Medina, Iroda, Lucas Sales, Bayardo Romero, Leona, Somaya, Jorge, Beck, Andrea, Carolina Morales, Zuzana, Mesab Suleiman, Jobin, Sheila Marie, Suvik Baxi, Joylton Jr., Arshid, Monica, Natalie, Masha, Giannis, and Victoria. Well, congratulations to all of our winners. And again, if you didn't hear your name, or if you're not sure if you heard your name or not, then just watch your email, because we will be emailing everyone who won a free copy, digital copy, everyone. It's all online, so you don't have to go anywhere to pick it up. You don't have to leave your home. Everything at Go Natural English is online, 100% online. So you can study from home. You can study from anywhere with internet, as long as you have a smartphone, a laptop, however you access the internet. That's all you need to study with me and with the Go Natural English team at Go Natural English. All right, it's time for a quiz, and then we'll wrap up. A very quick quiz. I want you to tell me which word I'm talking about. This was the title of a popular 1995 movie about a virus that got out into society. What is the word that I am thinking of? All right, if you said outbreak, you are correct. This is another way to say quarantine. If you are in quarantine, you are also in this word. What is the word? Okay, I see some questions about how could I take part in winning the book. Yes, you should go to gonaturalenglish.com/win. That is where people entered the raffle. And at this time, we're not planning another raffle right now, but perhaps in the future. Okay, if you said another word for quarantine is lockdown, you are correct. Congratulations. I see poppy.br got it on Instagram. If people are buying all of the toilet paper and there is no toilet paper in the stores anymore, we can say that toilet paper is in short what? Short supply. Short supply is when we don't have enough. All right, let me ask you a couple more questions. If you avoid a difficult or dangerous situation, you have dodged a That's right. You have dodged a bullet. Dodged a bullet. Oh, yes, I see some other answers for the previous question. Stockpiling, hoard. Hoard is a really good word that means when people buy a lot of things for themselves. Okay. Let me ask you one more question because I really like this phrase. If you get through a difficult situation, what is a phrase that we can use to describe this? It has to do with weather. I hope that we can all successfully weather the what? Weather the storm. Excellent. So we will weather the storm together. Thank you all for being here for our special live coronavirus edition English lesson. I'm really happy we could do this together this morning. Thank you for being here. Again, if you'd like to learn more, be sure to subscribe on Go Natural English on the YouTube channel here, or follow on Instagram if you're watching on Instagram. Share this with your friends so that they can learn with Go Natural English as well. And don't forget that there's a lot more lessons, resources, free resources, and the Go Natural English audio ebook, the English Fluency Formula, that over 10,000 English learners around the world have already purchased and learned how to be fluent from at gonaturalenglish.com/ebook. So again, for the winners of our raffle, I'll be in touch by email. And if you'd like more information, if you have any questions, then you can contact us through the website. The Go Natural English team and myself will be happy to help you with your English learning. Just come visit us at gonaturalenglish.com. All right, thank you for being here, everyone on YouTube and everyone on Instagram. I want to just wish you well and really stay safe. Stay home, wash your hands, stay positive. I know it's hard with all of the headlines in the news talking about people sick and dying. It's a very difficult time, but let's try to keep our spirits up and help each other. And I really hope that you stay safe and healthy. So be well. All right, I'm going to end our live stream and I'll be back in the comments to answer more of your questions. So thank you so much, everyone who commented and who is here watching. All right, bye for now.